Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sea of Thieves, and welcome back to the first tall tale of Monkey Island. Let's do this. What we're going to do today is we're going to get 100% of everything. We're going to complete all the commendations and go around the island and find all the pieces of 8 so we can buy that history book. So let's get to it. Let's go and find ourselves a way to Melee Island. Okay guys, so let's get this tall tale started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skip a lot of the talking in this and just get through the video so it's easier and quicker for you. If you want to sit and watch it when you do it yourselves, make sure you sit and watch. So first thing you want to do is go to capsize charters, which is right here on any of the outposts, and you need to press the book just here. What I noticed is it takes a little while to register. There you go. Right, so basically while she talks, what we got to do is they talk for a little bit, they open up this portal over there, so we're going to head over there with our ship once it's open. Okay, so sail through and journey through the tunnel, which will show you a little bit of a cutscene, and then when you come to the other side, I'll join you there. If you're like me and you love Sea of Thieves and you want to see some more of this amazing content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you can see any more tutorials or any future videos that we have. Alright guys, we're here. So what we want to do is, first of all, we want to get our telescope, just have a little look over here. We're heading to this building over here. You see with like the big building there with the lights, and then that building in there. We're going to head in between there. So let's you get full control of the ship, so head over. Okay, so pull up on the dock, lower the anchor. We won't be needing the ship anymore during this tall tale, so we'll just jump off now and land on the dock. Here we are, Melee Island. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you where to go, what to do, and then when we're there, we'll be looking around for certain items and things, and I'll show you exactly where they are. So first things first, this box here. So around the island there will be lids like this that we have to find. They do occasionally contain pieces of 8, which is what we're looking for. If you come down here, it should be a piece of 8 just here on this barrel somewhere. There it is. So we're looking for these all around. They're in specific places, so I will show you them as we go along. So let's open this lid. So first thing to do, let's head round and head over to this building with the crane, and we're going to read this poster. And what this poster is going to do is give us one of our first commendations. There we go. There's also a piece of 8 on this barrel. There's pieces of 8 inside this over here. And another place to check is just down here. They don't always contain them. It can be a bit RNG, I found so far. But there we go. So next up, we're going to head all the way up this mountain, all the way up to the top there where that fire is. And I will see you when we get there. Okay, so once we get to the top, the only thing we need to do here is steal this. Now, if I tried to steal this...
Hey, get your sticky fingers off my money. Don't think I don't see you.
So what we need to do is we need to distract him. So really quite simply just say, look out there, I see a ship.
A ship, you say?
As soon as he turns around,
yoink.
And that's it for up here for now. All you gotta do now is just head straight back down.
Useless thing, anywho.
Okay, once we're back at the bottom and we're back at where this crane building is, head over to the next building over here, and this is the Scumm Bar, which is one of the places we need to go as part of the main story. So let's open the door. Now you'll notice that there's some pieces of 8 just here on the table, so grab them. Very important. You can talk to people if you want, but don't worry too much. There are a few pieces of 8 that we can try and steal, but we need to do something for them first. But what I do suggest we do first is take a seat here. That's another commendation. Let's go and walk in here and you'll get a cutscene. Okay, so once the cutscene's over, you can speak to the pirate leaders and they'll give you information about how to complete the tall tale. But you've got me, so don't worry. Next up, we do definitely need to speak to Spiffy. We need to ask him all the questions. Doesn't matter, you don't really understand any of it anyway. We need to speak to him 2 more times after this, but they will become at different times during the tall tale. So for now, just speak to him 4 times and then just don't worry about him. Then we head into the kitchen and speak to the chef. Now, again, we can ask any of these questions for more information, but all we're going to ask is, I'm looking for work.
Can't help you there. Don't know what the delay is. Of course, it as soon as they arrive.
Once done, that unlocks somewhere else, somewhere else on the map, which we need to deal with. So for now, let's not worry about that, and let's start with the next commendation, which is Memoir spots. So there are 10 spots around the island which we need to go and sit in, so Guybrush can say a few words. They are marked with this like inkwell over here, so if you see this inkwell, take a seat next to it and then it will start speaking, but I will show you anyway. So if we take a seat here, there'll be a little cutscene, and once done, that is it. Then let's go and get the second Memoir spot, which is really simple. It's straight outside, behind the rowboat, and then just here on this barrel. Okay, once that's done, the third is over here. Let's go and sit on this just here. Okay, and then finally, while we're still here, let's walk around the Scumm Bar and pick up the coins. So there's a box just here. If we come around this side, there is a box just here and also a piece of 8 on this barrel. There's also a box over here, but I have a feeling this will be empty. Yeah, there you go. There's also a box just around the back, which I also think will be empty. Yeah. Okay, so once we've got all the pieces of 8 from around here, we've checked all the boxes, the next thing to do is head into town. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a man who's selling goods on the street. So as we run through, don't forget that we can search the boxes as we go. So there's one just here. There should be a piece of 8 here. There we go. There's also a box just at the top here and in there. But I think this is going to be empty, yeah. So carry on, and we're going to be into the high street, which is where the guy we need to speak to is. Here he is. So he'll speak to us, give us a little bit of the details about what we need to do to get into the mansion to speak to Guybrush. So all we have to do is make sure we just complete the whole conversation. Okay, so once we're done, he's asking us to go and find some cargo, which is located in the docks, but before we do that, we're going to go and complete a couple more Memoir spots. So if we go right over to the back here, there is a Memoir spot just here. Let's take a seat. Okay, the next Memoir spot, if we run all the way through under the clock and head into the shop just here on the right.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
Ignore him. And then over here in the corner, there is another one just here.
The only
Okay, so the store is going to be useful in a bit. We need to buy the chef's uniform, which is what we need to do for that particular chef quest. And also we need to buy these fuses at some point, which is why we need these pieces of 8, because they're 70 and they're 45. But we're not doing that just yet because we don't have enough, so we'll come back. Next up, let's head to the church. Okay, so in the church, what we're doing is we're looking around for pieces of 8 that are either on the pews or in boxes or somewhere. I didn't mean to sit there. So there should be some on the pews. We're just going to have to check around, just make sure they're done. And also in these doors at the back, these, like I said, boxes before, but they're actually doors. There you go. And there's another one this side, but I'm pretty sure this will be empty. Yeah. And there should be some in here. And there should be another, I think, on one of these pews. There we go. Brilliant. So once we've got all of them, head outside and then head across the street and you'll see there are a couple more boxes. So there's one here. Nothing in it. And there should be... There you go. Piece of 8 there. There we go. Okay, next up, next to the church, there's an alley. So let's head down there and then let's have a look around. There's a box just here. There's a box just here as well, a little bit further down. And that will be empty. And now if we turn around the right of the corner, there will be a cutscene. So just chill out and watch it. Okay, so after that cutscene where Walt basically behaves like an animal, we can go and do the next one. So we need to take these gunpowder gummies and also this piece of 8 just here, but we can't just yet. We need to do something later on. So what we can do now is get our memoir spot by sitting here. Okay, so once done, head out again. Ignore him for now. We'll come back to that, don't worry. And head into the jail, which is just around the corner. So in the jail, there is a door here. We can have a look in, get some pieces of bait. And there is something on the table that we desperately need, which is the hammer. So let's keep that for now. And also we can take a seat here and get the next memoir spot. Okay, so we can speak to Otis. Otis will basically explain a few things and kind of just go off on a rant. But don't worry about him. We need to free him to get one of the commendations, but we can't do that just yet either. So with the hammer, let's head back down to the docks. Okay, so back at the docks, we're going to go to this building with the crane once more. And this time we're going to get the crane and use it. So drop the hammer down here and then head up here and grab the pulley, which is just here on the side, and put it all the way to the right. And then down here there's another pulley which we can adjust and drop it down all the way into the water. But we can't pick it up just yet. We have to jump in, get our sword out, chop the frayed wire, and there we go. Okay, so once you've done it correctly, you should see the option. It says tool required. So pick up the hammer, open the crate, take the box and bring it back to the guy selling all the goods. Okay, so give it to him and then he'll give us a ticket which will allow us to go into the governor's mansion and also allow us to buy these goods down here, but we won't be able to buy them just yet.
Hey, that's my cargo. I thought it'd be fit.
Okay, so with the ticket we can now go and ask the governor to get into the governor's mansion. However, he won't let us, so there's no point going and checking. So what we do need to do though is buy this chef's uniform. So let's go do that now. So head to the shop and let's grab that uniform.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
So go in and purchase it. Okay, so once you purchased it, head over here to the clothing chest and equip the chef's uniform. There we go. And head back to the Scumm Bar. So once you head into the kitchen, the chef will start to talk and tell you that he's going to go on break and that you can kind of do what you want. Okay, so now he's left, we can have a look around and we can do lots of different things, but first of all, let's open this cupboard and steal the piece of bait. Perfect. Next up, let's get our tankard out and let's fill it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around and get people drunk. So first of all, let's go to this guy who has got all these pieces of bait that we want and pour him a drink. Now we need to do this 3 times and then he will collapse, so then we can steal his money. There we go. Now I think if I hover over him, you should be able to steal. There you go. That's quite a lot of pieces of bait. Okay, so there we go. So go back, fill up the tankard, and then give it to this guy here. Steal his, and then give it to this guy here. But this time we'll steal the clock tower key, which is what we need next. So I'll do that, and then we'll be back. Right, so we have the clock tower key now. So let's go and head over to the clock tower. So back to where we were, where the guy was with the shop and everything like that. There is a clock and there's a door right next to the tower which we need to go into. So we unlock the door here and then we head in, and as you can see there's a whole bunch of rooms to go through. Just head up to the top, keep going up, and we'll head into this room, and then you'll see there's a way out. We go up here and then into this room here and we unlock the door at the top. Okay, once we're in, there is a pouch under here, so we grab that. And then what we can do next is head over to the mechanism and take out the bone. Then for a commendation, select the wheel and bring the clock to 12. There we go. That's the commendation done. Right, so take note of this arm. We'll be back for it later. So head down the stairs and jump over these barrels. Jump over this roof, head down here and head up onto this roof just here, if it lets me. It can be a bit funny. And then sit just at the end here for another memoir. We're going to go back to the chef and we're going to do the next bit. Okay, so once back in the kitchen, all we're going to do is we're going to dice this onion, pick it up and chuck it in. Slice the leek, pick it up and chuck it in, grab the meat, chuck it in. We're going to grab this flour, chuck it in, and then finally we're going to chuck in these root beer sprinkles. Now, the stew isn't complete yet. We need to do one more thing. So let's grab this key, unlock the door, and now head out here and grab ourselves our fishing rod. And we'll have a little fish, get one of the fishes, I think it's a red herring. There you go. And once you catch it, put it in the stew. Okay, so once it goes in the stew, the meat should come out. There we go. Right, so grab the meat and let's take it to the dogs in the alley. Okay, so chuck the meat in the dog bowl and then watch the cutscene. Okay, so once that's over, you'll find that there's a skeleton on the floor here saying missing several bones. Now, we're going to go and collect the bones that we have found all around the map. But first of all, let's grab the gunpowder gummies and the piece of 8. So with the gunpowder gummies in hand, head over to the jail and put them in the jail cells. So one in here and one in Otis's cell. Now, we still can't explode the door, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and purchase those fuses. So let's head back to the store and buy them here.
Fancy pants.
Head back to the jail and let's put them in the door. Okay, so with them there, let's get the lantern and let's ignite them both. There's one. There's the other. So Otis will have his conversation, but afterwards let's head in the cells. Okay, so head into the first cell that we blew up and grab the arm, which is just here. And what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the alley and we're just going to stick it on the skeleton. Okay, so that's done. Head back now and head to where we went in the clock tower where we left the arm and go grab that arm as well while we're there. And bring that back to the body as well. Okay, so once it's back, we've noticed that it's missing a femur bone and also a head, so we need to go find them. So first of all, let's go find the femur bone. Well, it's quite obvious where it is. It's in Spiffy's mouth, so we need to go and get that from the dog. So all we got to do is get the cute monkey toy, which is at the here. Let's grab it here. There you go. So buy that and then head back to Spiffy in the bar. So give it to Spiffy. Okay, so once we've done it, we've got the bone. Talk to Spiffy one more time. That's one of our next ones we need to do. We need to speak to him once more at the end of the tall tale, so don't forget. So let's take the bone back to the body in the alley. Okay, so once we attached it, we just need the head. Now, the head is Murray. We need to go grab Murray, but to get Murray, we need to swap him for Captain Coco. So let's go grab Captain Coco. Here he is. And let's take him back to the bar and let's get Murray. Okay, so once you're in the bar, go out to Murray and press take, and there we go. Okay, so we could take the body, we could take Murray straight back to the body, but there is a commendation we get for taking Murray on a tour of the island. So first of all, let's go out here.
All those ships, just waiting to be plundered and destroyed. One day, Murray, one day.
Next up, in the Scumm Bar itself.
I've grown fond of this place. Maybe I won't destroy it when I conquer the Caribbean.
Okay, so next up, the lookout point. So I'm going to head up there and I'll see you when we get to the top. Okay, so once you get to the top, he'll have a few words.
The fire, the endless burning flames of perdition itself.
Okay, so head back down and head to the low street, so back into town.
Sure is quiet. Almost too quiet.
Okay, so once he's said his bit here, then head into the clock tower and take it all the way to the top.
This old thing hasn't worked in years, and I should know.
Okay, and then once you're done with the clock tower, head to the store. Okay, so head into the
I
store.
guess
Hi
it's true
there,
what they
fancy
say.
pants.
Commerce never sleeps.
Next up is the alley. However,
Not much in the way of nightlife.
he will make a comment about the body, so you have to go out and go back in again. Okay, so head back in the alley.
A circus? I hate the circus. All circuses will be destroyed in my reign of demonic terror.
Next up is the church.
This is no place for a demonic skull such as myself.
And then finally, the jail.
Is this a jail or a prison? Well, it really doesn't matter.
Okay, so now let's go put the head on the body. There we go. Okay, so Murray will go to the guard and relieve the guard of his duties so you can pass through.
Tell you how to do.
Okay, so head up to the mansion and then you'll find a spot for a memoir just here. Okay, and once done, just head up to the door and open it. Once the conversation ends, we'll get another memoir spot. Okay, so take a seat here. And that should give you the commendation. So all that's left to do now is to go through the mansion and find all the pieces of 8. So there should be some around here. There we go. So once you pick the pieces of 8 up, head over to the door and you need to knock on the door a few times. Okay, so once that's done, let's head over here to this door and open these doors, and we should find some pieces of 8 in here as well, which is great. So once you found those pieces of 8, head over to these double doors, open them up, head in and open this foot locker just here, and there should be some more in here. Open the curtains, then head over here and pull these bedclothes to reveal the monkeys. Okay, so open the letter and pick up the chest. Open the chest and pick up the root beer. We're going to need this for the next commendation, which is just arriving.
And prepare to make land. There's treachery afoot.
So head outside, speak to the Chuck.
Well, well, what have we here?
Okay, so what we're going to do once we finish talking with the Chuck is shake up the bottle with the left trigger, or the, I can't remember what it is on the keyboard, I don't play with the keyboard, and then let's just defeat the pirates.
Softer than you look. I'm done for.
And you'll get a commendation once you've killed, I think, 15 or 20. 15, I can't remember now off the top of my head. But you'll get a commendation after you've killed a few of the pirates. And what we're doing... There we go. We're just heading down here towards the House of Mojo, which is where we're going as our final destination. There you go. So once you complete it, you'll hear the sound. Head into the House of Mojo, which is just here. And drop the root beer into the cauldron. Now, Karina will appear. Let her speak, but don't speak to her yet. We've got 2 more things we need to do before we finish. Okay, so first things first, we need to check how many coins we've got. If we've got 200, then you've been following the guide and you found all the coins with me. So first thing we do is we get the commendation for the history book, so we buy that just now. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll head over to Spiffy and we'll have a conversation with him about the Chuck. And that is it. So let's go grab him. There we go. That's the last commendation, and that's everything now. So all we got to do, the last thing to complete it, is head over to Karina, speak to her. She'll transport us back to the Sea of Thieves, and that's all the commendations. Okay, so once you transport it back, you will be back in the Sea of Thieves, and you can go about doing what you want to do. So the unlocks for that, if you complete all the commendations, are this portrait for everything with all the commendations is this portrait here, which is pretty nice. And if you just complete the sort out, you get the Elaine figure and Guybrush figure, which is also pretty nice. So that's it for the tour tale. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys gained something from that tour tale as well. I'm getting ready for Tour Tale 2, which hopefully should come out anytime soon. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I'll do another guide on the channel when that releases. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for any content that I release for Sea of Thieves, and then I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.